While One UI 8.0 wasn't a massive leap over One UI 7.0, One UI 8.5 is shaping up to be a meaningful upgrade, especially for the Now bar. Samsung is expected to debut One UI 8.5 based on Android 16 alongside the Galaxy S26 early next year. We got our hands on an internal, under development One UI 8.5 firmware for the Galaxy Z Fold 7, flashed it on our unit, and discovered two new additions headed to the Now bar: Audio Broadcast and Commute from Google. Both features look small on paper, but together they make the Now bar more contextual, more glanceable, and far more helpful in day-to-day life. The Now bar has quietly evolved into a live surface for critical information, and One UI 8.5 doubles down on that vision. In previous releases, Samsung tied the Now bar to Android 16's live updates, so third-party apps could surface real-time status at a glance. With 8.5, Samsung is layering in system-level smarts. The result is a dashboard that sits across the always-on display, the lock screen, and the status bar when unlocked, so the information you need most is never more than a quick glance away. Audio Broadcast is the headline feature for people who share audio often. Based on what we see in the build and the feature's naming, it appears to tap into Bluetooth LE Audio's Auracast capability, enabling your phone to beam an audio stream that multiple nearby devices can tune into without the friction of one-to-one pairing. Instead of passing your device around or juggling multiple Bluetooth connections, you initiate a broadcast once, and compatible earbuds, headphones, or speakers around you can join instantly. In that scenario, the Now bar becomes your real-time controller. Expect it to show status like Audio Broadcast 3 listeners and update live as people jump in or drop off. A quick tap could expand the tile to reveal controls such as pause, stop, switch source, music, podcast, video, mic, set a pin or privacy level, and maybe even choose a broadcast label so others recognize your stream. For classrooms, study groups, office huddles, or cafe watch parties, this is the kind of frictionless sharing that classic Bluetooth never handled well. Because Auracast rides on Bluetooth LE audio, there are practical benefits beyond convenience. LE Audio is designed for lower latency and better power efficiency compared to classic Bluetooth, which should help minimize battery drain for both broadcaster and listeners. Range and stability tend to be better indoors, and because devices tune in rather than pair, people can come and go without interrupting the stream. If Samsung follows typical UI patterns, you may also get a quick toggle in quick settings to start or stop a broadcast, while the Now bar keeps you informed without opening a full app. There are thoughtful scenarios where audio broadcast could shine. Imagine playing a video on your Galaxy Z Fold 7 in tabletop mode and letting nearby friends listen on their own earbuds, each at their preferred volume. Picture a trainer running a group workout and broadcasting cues to everyone's headphones. Consider a quiet office space where a small team wants to hear the same presentation without disturbing others. With the Now bar front and center, the phone can show live listener counts, a subtle timer, or a strong signal indicator. So you know at a glance that everything is working. Privacy and control will matter here. And while the internal build doesn't expose every setting, we expect the Now bar tile to offer quick ways to make broadcasts public, limited to contacts or protected with a code. You might also see automatic safeguards like stopping a broadcast when you disconnect the source app, leave a geo-fenced location, or lock the device for a set time. None of that is confirmed yet, but the underlying design of the Now bar, live, glanceable, actionable, suggests Samsung will prioritize easy control. Commute from Google is the second new entry we discovered, and it looks equally useful, just in a different way. As the name suggests, this tile appears to hook into Google's commute insights, likely powered by Google Maps. The promise is simple: provide timely, relevant information about your trip between home and work and potentially other frequent destinations, right where you already glance, on the AOD, the lock screen, and status bar. Instead of opening maps to check traffic or the best route, the Now bar could surface a mini snapshot. Leave in 5 Mine to arrive by 9 a.m., 15 Mine faster via expressway, or heavy traffic on your usual route. During evening rush hour, it might switch context to your return trip or show a suggestion to delay departure until congestion clears. Tapping the tile would likely deep link you into the full Google Maps view, while a long press could reveal quick options like change destination, switch transport mode, or mute commute suggestions for the day. Commute from Google could also be smart enough to adapt to your routine if your calendar has a morning meeting across town. The Now bar might shift its focus to that destination and adjust the leave time accordingly. If you use public transit, it could surface nearest departures, platform changes, or delays. For multimodal trips, you might see a stacked update, walk to the bus stop, imbus atelier, transfer point, and final walking time, without ever unlocking the phone or bouncing between apps. All of this extends the foundation laid in One UI 8.0 when Samsung integrated the Now bar with Android 16's live updates. That earlier step enabled third-party services like ride-hailing, food delivery, and sports scores to push rolling status right into your glanceable surfaces. Now, with One UI 8.5, Samsung is adding its own first-party context tiles that make the Now bar feel more like a living layer of the interface rather than just a feed of notifications. It's a natural evolution. Third-party live updates when you need them, and system-level tiles that anticipate what's relevant next. The visual treatment in the internal build feels consistent with Samsung's approach, clean, compact, and informative at a glance. The Now bar cards appear designed to expand on tap for quick actions and collapse automatically when you're done, preserving space. On the AOD and lock screen, the typography and iconography stay legible without being distracting. On the status bar, the indicators are lightweight, so you can keep an eye on changes without cluttering your screen. For people who care about battery life and focus, this approach can be a win. Instead of waking the device and diving into apps, you skim the Now bar, act if needed, and move on. Leave updates also tend to be more efficient than a barrage of standard notifications because they update in place, reducing noise. If you're the kind of user who constantly checks maps or watches a ride's progress, the Now bar can save time and taps while keeping your attention where it should be. As always with features that surface personal context, controls should be close at hand. We expect options to toggle the Now bar's behavior on the AOD and lock screen, hide sensitive content until the device is unlocked, and manage which apps can post live updates. Commute suggestions will likely respect your Google Maps preferences for home work addresses, commute hours, and notification settings, while audio broadcast will probably ship with its own privacy guardrails and device compatibility checks. Compatibility is the one caveat to keep in mind for audio broadcast. Auracast requires Bluetooth LE audio support, which is available on newer phones and audio devices, but not universal yet. Listeners will need compatible earbuds, headphones, or hearing devices to join your stream.